Hello and welcome to the Best of IPMAT series. Today's question is a functions question, and I know most of you are not really, most of you don't really gel well with the topic, but there are such kind of questions which are not really very difficult but are quite manageable. So we're going to try one such question in today's video. As always, please pause the video, give it a shot, and then we will see the solution.
Hello everyone. If you like our content and want to experience the IMS pedagogy, then join our zero fee PEP program that will give you access to concept videos, sectional test and full length mock test and many more for free. To avail this, please click on the link mentioned under the description box below. Happy learning.
Okay, so moving on to the solution. Now, the first thing that you have to be aware in the question is f of a, function of a is max of a comma 0. So, max of a comma 0 means maximum of a or 0, whichever is higher. Okay, so there is a 0 on the other end. So, if a is a positive integer, f of a will be that integer. If a is negative, which means it is lesser than 0, then the maximum of the two becomes 0. So, then f of a will become 0 for all negative integers. And if a is 0 itself, then maximum of 0 and 0 anyway is going to be 0. So, it is going to be 0, correct. So, the output of that function f of a, okay. So, f of a is going to be positive, the value itself a, when a is positive. It's going to be 0 when a is equal to 0. It's going to be 0 when a is negative, and it's also going to be 0 when a is equal to 0. Correct? So, this is the first thing that you should make sense in your head by reading that function. Clear? Okay. Now, what have they asked? They have asked smallest integer value of x. Remember, they have said integer value of x. Integers are also on the negative side, remember. Okay. For the equation f of x minus 3 plus 2 times f of x plus 1, and we want the right hand side to add up to 8. Okay. So, let us see the smallest integer. So, let us try with some big negative integer because it is the smallest integer. Okay. So, let us say we try with minus 100. So, if we put a as minus 100, okay, then this is going to be minus 103. Now, we know that if a is lesser than 0, the answer is 0. So, this thing becomes 0. Now, this is minus 100 plus 1 minus 99. So, minus 99 again is going to be 0 and 2 into 0 is going to be 0. So, 0 plus 0 is not going to be equal to 8. So, if you try very big negative values, you are going to end up with left hand side as 0 and not really happening anything on the right hand side. Right hand side is still 8. Okay, let us come down. Let us try some values. Just by looking at it, you should be able to see that 1, 3 are maybe kind of boundary values where some values may change. Okay, so let us say I put f of a is equal to minus 2. Okay, so if I put a as minus 2, this thing becomes minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 5. Now, f of minus 5 again is going to be 0. And on the right, 2x plus f, 2 times f of x plus 1. If I put minus 2 there, it's minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1 again. And f of minus 1 is 0 again. And 2 times f of 0 is obviously 0. And hence, this is also not really helping my case. If I take x as 0, what am I going to get? This term is again going to become 0. This term is 2 times f of 1, which is 1. So, 2. So, 2 into 1 is 2. So, if I take f as 0, I am going to get a value 2. At least is increased from the previous zeros. So, let us go and see on the positive side. Let us take x is equal to 1 for that matter. Okay, so if you take 1, then this is 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. So, again this is going to be 0. This is 1 plus 1, 2. So, f of 2 is 2 and 2 into 2, 4. So, yes, the signs are encouraging, the values are increasing. So, now this is 4. If you take x as 2, this is still going to be 0. And here it's going to be 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6. So, yes, nice. So, this now it should be x is equal to 3. So, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 into 2, 8. And here 3 minus 3 is 0, f of 0 is 0. But anyway, we reach the value 8 at x is equal to 3. So, at x is equal to 3, we are able to satisfy that inequality. So, the answer is 3. So, it is a pure substitution game. Okay. You could have obviously tried to understand this question if we talk about some difficult variations. If I wanted to make your life more difficult as a paper setter, okay, I would have not given you 8, but probably a 10 or a 15 or something. And in that case, the substitution, putting in values after values after values is not really going to work. Okay. So how do we do that? You then at that time you should be able to understand the steps in which the values are increasing. Okay, in this case we saw that the values are increasing in the steps of 2. Now if you go on further, okay, see here the values were increasing steps of 2 only when this term was in the play. The previous term was 0 throughout, so it had not contributed at all. But now the moment you go past 3, let's say you put a 4, okay, you put f of x minus x is equal to 4, the value that you're going to get now is f of 1, which is 1, okay, and the second term is f of 5, which is 5 plus 2, 10, okay, so you get a 10 and the value is now going to become 11. See, now the value increased in the step of 3 and not 2 because the first term also started contributing. Okay, you put f of we had put f is equal to 4, right? Let's say if you put f is equal to 5. Now if you put 5, you get f of 5 minus 3, which is f of 2. F of 2 is going to be 2 plus this is 5 plus 1, 6 into 2, 12. So 2 plus 12, which is 14. Now see, the step size increased. Now it's increasing the steps of 3. So had somebody asked us 20, by seeing this pattern that it is 0, 4, 6, 8, and then 11, 14, 17 and 20. So you should be able to calculate your way and not actually do it by substitution. Correct. So if the question would have, if the paper set would have wanted to make your life a little more difficult, I probably would have asked an 80 on the right hand side and not 8. Okay. So in that case, the approach that we just did of substitution will go for a toss, and hence you will have to observe the step sizes. I hope this made sense for you. Answer for this question, the minimum value of x is equal to 3. I hope you understood the question and the method for the difficult variations. I hope you are able to solve the replica question and put your answer in the comments. See you and all the best.